Hello everybody, I'm Sohnjee. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time checking me out, thank you so much. I appreciate your stopping by. If you are already a subscriber, let me take a moment to thank you so much for hanging in there with me and subscribing and giving me your time. I know you could be anywhere else doing anything else, but you're choosing to hang out with me, and I definitely appreciate it. So let's get into it. As always, I ask that you like, share, and subscribe. And when subscribing, please hit the little bell and let them know that you want to be notified when I upload new content. I encourage you to watch the video and, of course, leave your comments below. I'm always interested in hearing what it is you think about it. I do read the comments and I will respond. So I just ask that each of you are courteous and respectful of myself, yourselves, and each other. Alrighty? So without further ado, let's get into this subject matter for this video series. We are discussing how your astrological sign acts when they're falling for you and in love. All right, let's go. All right, so every zodiac sign is different. Okay, we've established that. No two people are the same. However, there are specific traits that can be attributed to each zodiac sign. All right, now the way in which they express it is what makes them unique. Now, everyone expresses their feelings differently, of course, particularly when they're in love or involved in a romantic entanglement with someone. That's why it can be so difficult for you to determine whether or not the partner you're with is really feeling you or just simply playing games. All right, so the purpose of this video is to give you a heads up, a clue to help you determine whether or not your boo is into you, because very often people don't notice the signals that show how much someone likes them. So they ask themselves and others many questions. We've all gotten it from your friends. Do you think they're into me? What do you think? They act this way, and you go into this diatribe and it goes on and on about you trying to figure out whether the person you're dating is into you. So stay tuned, get your pen and paper ready. I'm going to talk to you about how the zodiac sign you're involved with, whether or not they're feeling you or it's kind of on the fizzle. Stay tuned, it's coming up right now. Well, you have decided that you have your sights set on an Aries, and you're wondering if that Aries feels the same about you. Well, don't worry, I got you covered. Let's talk about Aries and how they show their love for you. All right, so first of all, the presence of Aries marks the beginning of something energetic and turbulent. That's who they are. They're always desiring to be the first in everything. From work to social occasions, Aries wants to be numero uno, okay? Now, their ruling planet, Mars, is what causes them to be action. Aries is always on go. Is one of the most active zodiac signs in the chart and is in their nature to just take action, causing them to leap before they think in many occasions, okay? As I said to you, Aries is set to go. That's where they are. They're the go. They are. They don't have to get ready. Aries is ready. That's who they are. You need to always remember that. Now, most Aries are capable of handling and finishing a number of things at one time, and typically at record speed. They're just very efficient, typically well-organized people. They have very good organizational skills, even if everything around them is a mess. The Aries knows exactly what is in that mess and how to put their hands on it the second that they need it. It's just an Aries gift. They just know where everything is and what they need to get to in order to get their things done. Now, Aries rules the head, and they lead with their head, literally walking head first. A lot of Aries can be seen, and you can notice them, and there's a slight lean forward of their posture. Their head is just tipped forward just a little bit. That's a typical sign that you're dealing with an Aries person, okay? They walk head first, lean forward, and this is for them to have momentum, speed, and focus, okay? They are naturally brave people and rarely afraid of trials and risks. Very brave people. They're the ones that's going to jump in. They're also the ones that are known that if there's a bar fight, it was probably an Aries that started it. Told you, they're not afraid, okay? And they possess youthful strength and energy regardless of their age. There's just an innate vitality about them. They're just born into it. It's just in them. So they keep this extra little oomph of heat with them. And it's usually expressed through their energy, through their go power, and a lot of times through their actual physical strength. Now, fire sign Aries take initiative when it comes to romance. And when they are in love, they will express their feelings to the person they are in love with. Let the church say amen. Hallelujah. Finally, a sign that's just going to like you and say it. Woo! Give it up for Aries. Yes. They need to share that wisdom with some of the other astrological signs. Not hating on the other signs, just applauding you, Aries. You go. Yes. So if Aries likes you, guess what? They're gonna tell ya. You picked an Aries. Good choice. Okay. Now, Aries in love may shower their loved one with affection. Okay, and sometimes it's excessive. All right. They are very passionate people, energetic, and they love adventures. Very spontaneous people. They are passionate lovers and sometimes becoming vulnerable to pleasures of the flesh and sexual encounters. Okay, so what am I talking about? Well, because Aries has a tendency to just jump right on in that thing and not think about it, okay? So here's a scenario. Aries is at the bar, you know, turning up, life of the party, you know, not outshining Leo over there because we know you're in the center of the room. But Aries is there doing their thing, holding their own, and they find someone that they're attracted to. Well, Aries, how do they show they're interested in you? They move on in. So Aries is not afraid to make that move, typically, okay? Especially if they've decided that they are in it to have some spontaneous fun. Well, for an Aries, that spontaneous fun that was supposed to last maybe one night, maybe two if it was fantastic, could last a couple of months. Might last a couple of years. The problem with that is Aries didn't think this thing through. They got caught up in what felt good to them, but not necessarily what's good for them. So that is a common little issue, let's say. I'm not going to name it a problem because, you know, things have a way of working out sometimes when, you know, when you live spontaneously. But that is sometimes an issue for our Aries loved ones out there. So you need to be cautious about that, Aries. you need to look a little deeper before you leap in that quick. And don't get so caught up in the things that feel so scrumptious, but they aren't exactly good for you. Okay? All right. That was just my little sidebar on that. Let's move along. Now, independence is the key to understanding an Aries. All right? They don't like to take orders from other people, especially not their loved one. No, don't try to boss them around. That's not going to work. You know, there's a certain way that, of course, that you can say things to them, and of course they'll oblige you and do it, but don't lean towards that. I said do it. You're gone. Don't try to do a sergeant routine, okay? Just ask nicely. They will accommodate you, but do not try to boss them around. You are going to hit a brick wall with that maneuver. So keep that in mind. Write that down. Don't try to boss around the Aries. All right. Now, Aries enjoys a partner that plays the game by their rules. That's right. Why? Because Aries typically think they're right about everything. They're usually thinking that they're the smartest person in the room. Perhaps they are. Not taking that away from you, Aries. Just saying, for the rest of us out there that have to be in the company of you, Aries, we need to understand that. All right? So the best way to get along is to just go along with the Aries, and that's the least problematic way, especially if you're their romantic interest. Now, they enjoy the thrill of the chase for the subject that they're interested in. Yeah, they enjoy chasing you a lot more than they enjoy catching you. That's a little quirk about the Aries. And their conquering nature makes them often chase after partners that they can't have. Yeah, the number one way to get an Aries to be interested in you is to tell them that they can't have you. And for an Aries, it's like there's no such thing. All of a sudden, your attractiveness goes up 2 more points just because you had the unmitigated gall to tell the Aries no. Now, the best way to catch their eye is, of course, to play hard to get. Yes, when you play hard to get with an Aries, yeah, they don't believe in that hard to get, hard to want. They're like, hard to get, Pisha, you don't know me. You have not met all of this. So clearly you are mistaken. Yeah, that's the mindset of an Aries. So even if they were kind of on the fence about you, yeah, tell them they can't have you, and all of a sudden, they want you just a little bit more. Now, they must fight for the prize. It's just in them. They like the fight. They like the challenge. They like the chase. So to set up that scenario in the beginning of your relationship just adds that extra little zest that they love, and they're going to come hunting you down, all right? Because for an Aries, they are the winner, and if you're the prize, Aries can't see any other scenario than them winning the prize. That's the only thing that makes sense to them. So that is what they're going to do. Alrighty? Now, an Aries loves a good challenge, as I said, and as well as being their partner's hero. Yeah, they have this little inner hero thing going on too. So a good match for them is someone who knows how to be hard to get at times, but at the same time playing the, oh, how fantastic. You came in just in time. Oh, you came through clutch. Oh, that was clutch. That was good, you know? So Aries, that's what they need. They need their partner to be able to give them a little challenge, but at the same time, let them show their strength, their prowess, their features on coming in and rescuing you in a time when you might need their help. Now, of course, they like to keep it real, so don't fake a scenario for them to be your hero, you know, but hey, if you need a ride to wherever and nobody else is around, call your Aries. They will be glad to help you out of that situation. That's a turn on. They like it, okay? All right. Don't say I didn't help you out with that. All right. Now, it takes a certain energy imbalance in order for their relationships to last. Okay. Now, their the best partner for Aries, regardless across the astrological board, is someone who can give as good as they get. So you have to be able to take it, because an Aries can kind of get in your face and get a little loud, a little rowdy and rambunctious, and you have to be able to withstand that. But at the same time, you have to know how to draw the line in the sand and say, all right, now calm yourself. Wait a minute, partner. You done crossed the line. They need somebody that's going to be able to give it back to them. Yell back at them. That's right. Got to be able to stand your ground and fight back. You also have to be able to establish clear boundaries, because an Aries will take over every aspect of your life and run that thing. So you have to make clear boundaries for them so they understand, this is my area. Back yourself over there where you belong. This is my section. Aries likes that, okay? You have to earn their respect. That's what you have to do. You can't be a pushover. Yes, they like for you to be agreeable, but don't be a pushover. But you must also give the Aries the platform that they need to exercise their courageousness, their adventurous side, and their passionate side. As I said, you have to know how to acquiesce. So when they're pushing, you have to know when to push back and have to know when to just allow to give them their space to let them do their thing. Okay, it's a balancing act. Now, when Aries is falling for you, they'll be out to impress you. All right, so they're going to make it clear that, they're digging you, but then they're going to impress you, and they're going to start to list the things that you will get by being loved on by an Aries. That's right. They're going to become super talkative when they're falling in love with you. They will list all their attributes, all their capabilities, all the adventures that they've ever done, because they're there to impress you, while simultaneously making sure you're a good puzzle piece to fit into their life. So they'll be telling you all the wonderful things that they can do, and they're going to take you places, and you're going to go with them, and you're going to look good with them when you go, because you're going to look good over there on their arm, and they're going to look good on your arm. And how does that sound to you? And a lot of it will sound like you're at the great interview and an interrogation almost, because they want to know exactly what you think about the different plans and scenarios they got going on in their head, because you just need to go ahead and step on in there in your role because Aries has decided that that's a good role for you. That is who Aries is. And it may feel like you're speed dating your Aries, but for them, it's just to ensure that your puzzle piece fits nicely into their life. You see? That is who your Aries is. All right? So even though Aries is the youngest sign in the zodiac, yeah, they are. Did you know that? They're the most old-fashioned in the way that they show and approach love. Yeah, they are going to court you in a very traditional way, meaning that Aries still likes dates. Aries likes to plan dates, going outings, open doors, pull out chairs, do all those things, make dinner, anything that is considered a traditional way of dating. That is what Aries enjoys doing, okay? And they're going to want to spend a lot of time with you, and they're going to expect you to want to do the same. So if they are out there planning all the dates, which they will, because that's how they show their affection for you, the Aries is expecting you to be excited about it. The Aries is expecting you to want to know more about it, just to be jazzed up about it. Call them, keep in contact, because they're calling you, texting you. They want to know what you are doing. How's your day? And they want the same thing, reciprocity. They want to know that you are giving the same energy that you're getting out of the relationship. And it's important right here that I caution you, Aries, because you guys can get your motor running as you pursue do it. All right? And you are too much, you're overbearing. Calm down, Aries. Okay? That's a common complaint that you guys do a little bit too much sometimes. It's fantastic. And it's very well appreciated. Thank you so much for planning and wanting to be so present in my world. But Aries, please know that a little me time is okay for the both of you, okay? It's not a sign that they're not into you, at least not without probing questions. Maybe they just want to breathe. Maybe they need to wash their hair, Aries. Maybe they need a pedicure. Maybe, Aries, they just need to take a boo-boo. Okay, you know what I'm saying. A little me time, a day apart, not talking on the phone for 20 out of the 24 hours is okay. Don't panic. It's all right. You're going to be all right, okay? That's all I'm saying. Aries, take that little warning. If you didn't hear from them in over 4 hours, let's not ring the alarm, okay? Remember, I told you that, because just breathe. Be doing too much sometimes. Okay, all right, I'm moving on. Now, an Aries prefers a partner who will match their energy, like I said, and they're giving it to you, they expect you to get it back. And sometimes, Aries, I'm cautioning you that you're not going to always get that same level of energy back, okay? Because you are 10. And, you may only be able to get 6 or 7. That's cool. You're getting something back. We're not talking about when you're not getting anything back. That's a whole nother video. I'm just talking about if you're at 10 and they're at 7, that's cool. Check, make sure. But also, Aries, see, you be so busy doing 10 and 10 and 10 and 10 and 10 and 10 that you're not noticing that they doing 5, 4, 3, 2, none. See, that's why remember I cautioned you, be like, you're doing too much, a little alone time. When that alone time, when you're not here, you need to evaluate your conquest sometime. Because as I said earlier on, sometimes the thing that's good to you is not good for you. So when you take those moments to breathe and woosah, in those moments, I am urging you to size up the object of your affection. Okay? Aries, because you just jump right on in there. Sometimes those little downtimes are for you to evaluate and reevaluate and make sure that this thing is going well and something that is good for you. Same level, same playing field. Just a word of caution. Okay, I'm going to keep going. All right, so now they need the matching energy if you're the person interested in the Aries, or their attraction may begin to fizzle out. Maybe. So if you're not matching their energy and Aries catches sight of that, they are going to say, whoa, baby, wait a minute. And eventually they will pull back from you and they will be out of here. So you want to make sure that you're not just sitting there taking it all in from Aries, because that 10 treatment is pretty fantastic. You better be jumping on in there and doing a little bit too. So you can do spontaneous dates, you can do short adventures, or anything that's a surprise for them, okay? It doesn't have to be a number 10 thing. Just something that says, I appreciate you. Doing something nice for them that will warm the heart of the Aries, and that will keep the relationship going, okay? Now, Aries that is into you will be impressed by you, okay? They will compliment you directly. They do not have a problem telling you where you shine. This is not the sign that they're going to keep all that to themselves, their accolades. No, 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 no. Aries is going to say, you's a bad mamma jamma. Yes, they will. They will tell you. And not only will they tell you, they will tell other people too. Yes, yes, they will. They do not have a problem giving you their shine. As a matter of fact, they're going to use you and how fantastic you are, because of course Aries is only choosing somebody that's going to compliment them and be fantastic alongside them. So they're going to step their game up. For instance, so if you're a sharp dresser, Aries is going to make sure that they are got it together, okay? If you're a person that knows about food, Aries is going to take their time to know more about food too. So they're going to make sure that they measure up and level up if they need to, because they are impressed by you, okay? And they will share with their partners their deeper secrets, the conflicts they're going through, and their daily occurrences, because you mean that much to them. So if you have an Aries that is doing all those things, plus they've already told you they're into you, why are you watching the video? I just confirmed it for you. Go on out there and get that Aries. They're into you, okay? Did you hear me? Did they say it? There you have it. Pick another problem. This isn't a problem. So if an Aries tells you they're into you and they're doing things to impress you and be with you and spend time with you, well, take that to the bank. Ladies and gentlemen, that Aries is indeed into you. All right? So I'm Sohnjee. Thanks so much for watching. Are you an Aries? You want to tell us a little bit more about us? I mean, you guys are pretty cut and dry. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that in you. You should share that with some of the other zodiac signs out there that have a wee bit more difficulty expressing it. All right? But not you, Aries. You are okay with me. Alrighty, I will see you in the comment section. If you haven't done so already, please like, share, subscribe, and hit that button. I'll talk to you a little bit later. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.